Sir, you can come this way with.
Lights are on.
Yeah.
Lights on.
Now, please, chairpersons of section 2 was Moite sir himself. सेशन 2 आपने थोड़ा किया था नहीं सेशन 2 का चेयरपर्सन सेशन 3 please, this is something we are first time we are doing it. We are not discussing much. What there are 4 questions to be answered. What was this? कितून सांगा ना इधर कितून सांगा
इधर से आगे मत जाइए
माइक दे देना माइक दे
पूरा वाइड आएगा आगे मत जाइए पूरा सेक्शन आएगा
इधर
जाना तो उधर से जाना ऐसे मत जाना इधर से बैटर है वो बंदे के साथ खड़ा
through the presentations, chairperson were supposed to have take-home message from their presentation in the sessions. And what was important was how the topic is relevant and what IFM can do about those issues. So, Ankhede sir.
Sir, it was a nice presentation by Dr. Veena Madam, Dr. Nasir sir. It was both of them have gone through the big literature and compiled the very good presentations. So it was with relevance of the ethical perspective, dignity of the dead. So my recommendation was for the Dr. Veena Madam that the guidelines IFM should work to form the guidelines and protocol to ensure the ethical rights of dead body during the particularly incidents like mass disaster for identification, transport and research. And IFM also tried to ensure the protocol for the disaster management. So this was for the presentation of Dr. Veena Madam, and for presentation of Dr. Nasir sir. The IFM should work to form a guidelines and protocol for preservation of organs from cadaver and research on the dead body. And we commonly see that the organs are preserved in the museums or our departments. So documentation should be ensured through the IFM. That's it.
Section chart, yeah. Take the mic.
Good evening, sir. The first topic presented by Manish Rigor, sir, that was regarding the violence against the doctor. Now, it was a very debatable topic. How we are going to prevent the violence against the doctor. Although the health is a state issue, it is not the central issue. So, whatever the directives regarding it should be framed by the state in accordance with the guidance from the IFM. In Maharashtra, there is Maharashtra Medical Service Person Act, also Maharashtra Medical Institution, Prevention of Damage and Property Act. Okay. The second topic is regarding the challenges which has been faced by the regarding the unidentified body in case of the mass disaster. What we should do, that is a big challenge. The very first thing, how we are going to establish the identity of that body. How we are going to determine the identity of the body. So what we should do? SOP is there, definitely we have to frame that SOP. Second is the cause of death. Say for example, in case of a mass disaster, there is a cause of death is same. So whether to waive off the dead body, the postmortem examination, that is very, very, very important. Now, who is going to authorize you to waive off this postmortem examination? Definitely, the IFM should frame certain guidelines regarding it. What is a routine practice is that the Home Ministry gives the guidelines order to the district administration.
In short, IFM can be facilitated.
Definitely.
Next session, please.
Next is the COVID dead body management session. What we should do? Again, the same question. What could be the various issue? Medical, legal, administrative. I just want to highlight a single issue, that is the administrative issue. Administrative issue is that we have to act in accordance with the guidelines which has been framed by the Ministry of the Health and Family Welfare, also by the ICMR. The main issue was again the waiving of the postmortem in case of the COVID-19 infected MLC bodies. That was a very great. Here, a lot of things will be there. The defense is definitely going to challenge in the court of law, as in most of the cases the autopsy has been waived off. Hence, the complete postmortem examination has been not done. So, IFM should frame the guidelines regarding the waiving of the postmortem, the partial postmortem, the external examination postmortem, and the certification to the cause of death.
Yeah, broader goals is in every research we have to learn the things and develop a strategy. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Next session was chairperson. Sir was Goria sir.
So my session was about the optimism that how the careers are going to be changed with the developments in the forensic sciences. So the first lecture was on the artificial intelligence, and artificial intelligence is useful in many medical situations. All that need to be researched is to databases to be created, and artificial intelligence should be used to solve the medical legal matters. And the second thing was fiction versus reality, and that was a very good lecture. That everything whatsoever has happened in the world, it is about dreaming. It is about having a dream, and dreams are not the realities. But most of the time, these dreams have been turned into realities by the persons who matters. And in forensic medicine, we too should have the dreams. I just give you an example that in 2002, I had dreamt of developing forensic nursing science in India and forensic odontology in India. And in 2022, the forensic nursing science has been in the curriculum of the undergraduate students, and that is the first in the world. At no place it is at the undergraduate level. In India, it has been at the undergraduate level. It was because I dreamt that one day forensic nursing will be there. Everybody joke, you are a doctor, you are developing this science, but this has worked. Similarly, I dreamed of.
It is basically the same message what I
forensic
and something.
Forensic odontology, same thing as well. MSc forensic odontology has developed. Forensic odontology has been the undergraduate syllabus. So now the things have to be done further. So in the next lecture, it was about the different areas of the forensic science and the different areas that needs to be developed, and they are developing. And that is going to create a lot of jobs in India. Ultimately, may not be at present. We are not saying that even those who have done forensic science, probably they are not getting the jobs. But it is not the future. It is the present. Future is our future is always rosy, and we will have to work with. And there are many situations where the people are not available. So we have to look for those. The cyber security or the cyber forensics, probably this is one of the areas which is developing very fast. Cyber accountancy, so that is another area which is developing, which needs to be developed. So there are so many areas. And even in forensic medicine, there are forensic entomology, forensic paleontology, and there are so many things which needs to be developed, and we should develop it. And in the last lecture by Dr. Reddy said that toxicologists, we call ourselves toxicologists, and we need to have the experience before we start calling ourselves toxicologists. And that is a good thing, and I think the Indian Academy of Forensic Medicine should work that more practical training in the toxicology is given to our students and our postgraduates, so that really they can be the toxicologists. Thank you very much.
Next session, I am pleased to welcome Chairman of Goa State Human Rights Commission, Justice Utkarsh Bakri sir. Please, yes. Is on time and we are, sir, we are doing summary of our entire day sessions and you have reached at the right times. So next session was session 7, yeah.
Sir, I am Dr. Pradeep, chair of session 5.
Mike, please.
Toxicology tracing drug after death. The first speaker is Mr. Jayesh, and he tell us about the analyzer. That is very useful. That's one chip and one sample, and 29 drugs can be analyzed by a single test. Some drawbacks which I felt, that is the limitation, not a drawback, it's a limitation. At present, it's only taking psychotropic drugs. There are many more fields or drugs are there which is left, like drugs used in the sports. That is not analyzed by this biochip yet now. And the second speaker is Mr. Shant, and he is lectured on commonly detected poison at state forensic samples. He very well addressed the session that how Goa state forensic science are doing the test and how they do the job in their state. Thank you.
Next session was चलिए कोणते सर 7 झालं ना आता बोल कुठलं राहिलं ओके या बुल्लर सर सुधा मैडम on the debate. Managing mortuary, pride or punishment.
What should I say about the mortuaries? Everybody knows about the mortuary. And all the speakers, they have enlightened about the mortuaries very well, especially the young upcoming. Out of, I don't know, out of enthusiasm or frustration, they expressed all the difficulties they faced at the mortuary. The only solution for all this, what I think is, we should have a uniform protocol about the running the mortuaries. Uniform means every state should have their own code, and out of all this national level also we should have a code, so that we have all uniform protocols. We can follow the uniform pattern procedures at the mortuary. And another thing is, we should have some incentive, because even in TB hospitals, for one TB disease they were paid incentives. They were given special leaves. But how much of infections we are exposed to in the mortuary? What sort of incentives we should get? So once when we were dissecting about the spinal column, one foreign professor, orthopedic professor, visited our mortuary at Usmania, and he asked us, what is the salary you are getting? We are getting same salary as anatomy professor and physiology professor. Then he said, how you are working in these conditions? You should get 3 to 4 times the salary of an anatomy professor, he said. So we should, I think IFMS should take up these 2 issues, about the uniform code and also the incentives. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Sir, quick comments about Mike. So, who was moderating this chairperson's report, which was it was one of his concept as an advisor in the scientific committee for information for Justice sir. He's a dean from the Cooper Hospital, Mumbai. What we have done is since morning we have 7 sessions and we have 2 chairpersons. So they will even 2 points about the take-home message and what as a association can do in the betterment of fields. So they have presented their reports in the 2 minutes, and concise summaries is going to present to us.
I will prepare the concise summary, but before that, in the last session, which we just concluded, few things which have come out forth is one is standardization of I can say. Important things which came out was not only the conditions, but also how we can maintain the standard of our mortuary. The speaker Bharat Kumar, he spoke on mortuary audit through National Quality Assurance Standards, which was one of the important things which we should bring in our work. That is what I felt. Second was in one of the sessions, our 69-year-old young man stayed awake the whole night and prepared one presentation about the current scenario, past MCI and NMC, and tried to bring out facts what are there. And I think that is one of the basic things, lack of manpower, because of which we cannot do quality work. That is one more thing which I would like to highlight. Thank you, Dr. Madhu.
May I call upon Honorable Justice Bakre to please come on the dais and to felicitate our participants of this wonderful session. Dr. Hemant Godbole, and come. Oh, fine. So the lights on there. Lights on. Thank you. On his behalf. Madam Glorita Fernandez. Dr. Avinash Wagmode. Vichananda, Dr. Dr. Pratik Patel, Dr. Avinash is here. So, I'm going to Dr. Sanjay Dadu. Receiving on his behalf. Dr. Satin Meshram. Dr. Satin Meshram is here. Okay. 2 minutes. Yeah. You can take it off. Sorry? Thank you very much, sir.
Tea break. We are taking tea break of just 5 minutes. And sir, all guests have reached. Sir, please. Dean of DMC Pandekar sir has reached. DHS Director Geeta Madam has reached. And go in the I will come.
So in short, next session is going to be very wonderful. We have a top stalwarts on the stage, director, dean, and a lot of other people from judiciary, academics, media. So please be with us, and those of your friends who are outside, you can call them so that you can also enjoy the session. Madhu sir.